narrative was basically that I hated T-Rail so much that when T-Rail left, I then went on an anti-Hoover crusade by working with all these neighborhood dudes, which to me...
That wasn't a bad theory, though.
I mean, I don't know how many people actually think this, but from my perspective, it's like, I've had all kinds of people on here. Why am I doing a show with Wack if I'm supposed to be a neighborhood representative? That's probably like the number one person that Big U would have said, don't start a podcast with.
That might have caused some problems. Wack don't count as he was just in love with the 60s 5 months before that.
For sure.
What up, y'all? It's Coffee on the vid. And peep it, this is not a good look for Wack100. I sense some turmoil on the way, man, between him and Adam. I could be wrong. It's just my prediction, my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comments, man. But we done heard what Wack thought about Adam 22. We see all the underhanded tactics and backdoor blogosphere games that Wack100 be playing, the manipulation, all the bullshit that he's on. And y'all remember way back, right? They're talking about Big U. Obviously, we know before that. You heard what Munchie B said. That don't count. Wack was all about the 60s before. Yo, dating way back. I wonder if 40 Glock still got the screenshots, man, when they used to be going at it after the edited game tape and the lawsuit and all that. And Wack100 was always talking about he got paperwork that 40 Glock has some pause issues because of a deposition from the lawsuit from PTSD. And 40 Glock was saying, well, yo, let's just run the fade. Wack was like, meet me in 60s turf with the cameras rolling. You know what I mean? He was all about, like, Wack's always trying to manipulate certain things, certain ways. It's just how he rocks. You know what I mean? And in some ways, some would call him a master manipulator, but he's over emotional and egomaniac, and shit only goes so far. And I don't know, man, you're gonna see here with this OG Gumby dude, right? Wack is bugging, he's tripping. He don't want to see Adam and Gumby build at all, right? Let's just keep it pushing, man. I'm going off coffee, talking it up a bit too much, but hit the comments, y'all. I'm telling you, man, this shit is not a good look for Wack at all.
When I started doing a podcast with him was at the moment where they were totally against him, whatever, either way. Gumby, I told him I wanted to do a podcast together because I wanted to face his criticisms head on. And I think a lot of people are really loving the 2 clips that we dropped so far. Wack notably called in tripping out about this fool, basically telling me that I'm in danger of getting extorted, that Gumby is Wack feels like Gumby's the worst person on earth.
Y'all heard that, right? The 2 clips that came out as doing numbers, they had some kind of, things weren't righteous between Adam and Gumby. They weren't seeing eye to eye. So, Wack was like, yes. You know what I mean? Wack tries to push things his way. He told Hassan Campbell on that leaked phone call where things started getting more public as far as the blogosphere goes about the Big U-ish. You know what I mean? Wack always gets caught on these phone conversations recorded. He be recording everyone too. And that rad ass rapper that Wack runs with now. That's so crazy though. Wack did check the fuck out of that dude. He verbally bitch slapped him on No Jumper for the whole world to see. Y'all know what I'm talking about, the snitch rat that says, cause I recorded it. Y'all remember when Dream Foreign used to edit that into every video? Yo, that shit had me dying. But on that, when Wack was talking about the pause alleged Nipsey tape and RIP to the late great Nip, you know what I'm saying? Stay trying to throw dirt on Nipsey's name. When Wack was talking about that, and he was talking shit about Big U and all that came out, right? When he mentioned No Jumper, he said, yeah, that white boy, man, I'm not quoting, I'm paraphrasing, but y'all remember that he said something to the effect of oh, I'm in there. I type, he holds some major influence in No Jumper. And I don't even think him and Adam had started the podcast yet at that time. You know what I mean? He'll rock with you. But, everything's about networking with individuals, right? But with Wack, he gets on some real sucker sideways-ish and plays the most flucked up games. That's why I don't even know why people fuck with him. You know what I mean? Other than the business tip, pause. But yeah, man, he's mad. He's like, yo, Adam, that's my white boy. Gumby ain't about to come, like, you know what I mean? He's trying to throw poison, throw salt, and put some toxicity in the air and fuck up anything from Adam and Gumby building.
Now, Gumby does want to have his say, and he told me that he would like to be able to speak on what Wack had to say about him, so I am going to give him a call right now.
Is Wack willing to sit down with Gumby?
Wack ain't about to sit down with Gumby. That ain't happening. What do y'all think?
Face to face?
I love that idea, but I don't know. I feel like it might be a little tricky.
Right.
You heard him. It might be tricky. That ain't happening. Tap in and let me know if you agree. Sub up. Let's keep it pushing.
Homosexuals and things like that. So I guess he had to.
That's crazy as fuck that the phone call started like that, right? Adam tries to clean it up. I'm sure everyone has seen this clip going around. I think he was referencing someone else saying that. And what's going on? Wack is putting some rumors out about the Gumby dude. I'm telling you, man, with the tactics, with the games, it's crazy. It's crazy.
He was talking about what other people say. He didn't actually say the thing that you...
Oh, was that Gumby?
That's Gumby.
Bro, listen, I'm not really with all the disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, you know, so you kind of fuck me up, man, because, like you, my whole community hate Wack ass. Nope, bro. But, you know what I'm saying? Like I said before, I had a situation with this dude, you know what I'm saying, when he was managing, you know, my little homie, Magnificent.
Oh,
totally Magnificent, my boy.
Yo, what happened with Young Magnificent? Is Wack still fucking with him? I don't know, but you heard Gumby, right? No one from around the way fucks with Wack, but you know, and that. But again, comment, y'all, is Young Magnificent still under Wack100 management? And yo, side conversation: Wack100's batting average with these artists is no good, right? He inherited the game in a flucked up sideways way, you know what I mean? Leeching off of Suge Knight. Now he shits on Suge Knight all the time, right? But that's how that happened when 40 Glock and them were pressing him, and Wack lied on Spider Loc, that story, right? Let's say Spider Loc gave Black Wall Street a pass, and I'll owe you one. Totally made it up. It was 40 Glock. You know what I mean? It's in the Prodigy audio book. It's all been covered numerous times. Blueface, okay, he did well, right? He inherited the game. Games, he's cooking the books for him, hiding all that lawsuit money. Blueface had success, but we know he's locked up now, right? Them Coyote for Hire dudes, they had to buy their way out of the contract. It wasn't working. What's that one dude's name? I can't even remember his name. He's actually dope. Fuck, I can't remember. That's what I'm saying. Like, he don't even be doing nothing with these artists like that. But I thought Magnificent was about to blow, but I guess not. But there was that other dude. Oh, True Car. He's dope. Wack ain't dropped his shit or pushing him right way. The white dude he had, Nick D's or whatever, Pause. You know what I'm saying? That they were trying to do when Stitches birthed Wack100 with that whole viral situation. I always say that's when Stitches pushed Wack out of his birth canal. You heard when that happened. Wack was so happy to go viral, which everyone's trying to do it. Everyone's trying to push on and whatever. But Wack loves being this crazy character that he created, you know what I'm saying, on some WWE shit. And I'm a pro wrestling fan, but in this blogosphere shit and with the street shit and the hip hop shit, the kayfabe don't be working the best all the time, you know, like, and Wack does a lot of sucker shit, man. Let's continue on.
I was into Magnificent before Wack got to him. So I was at my brother's house one morning, you know, but one night I ate a whole ounce of mushroom. I'm saying, he got high, went to sleep. When I woke up, I called a nigga Wack on some whole rah-rah. Okay? You stole this, that, and other. I'm saying, I'll never forget it, bro, because the nigga, he up on some real. The nigga, he waited for me to calm down. He said, Gumby, every time I fuck with you, bro, it's all some respectful. You know who I was with?
Yo, I've been seeing a lot of people talking about how Young Ant Hefe gotta get a cough blocker, something that he holds up over the mic when he's coughing. That that man like on some real shit. Get that checked out, and everyone make sure you're checking up with your DOCTOR, and you got one you can trust. You know what I mean? Like, that's real talk, man. But he be coughing like crazy.
You, whoever always came over and gave you respect. He said, bro, we gonna keep you like that. He gave me he said two things to me, bro, to knock all the fight out of me. He said, bro, you been in the game. You already know you gotta control your emotions. And the second thing he told me, he said, bro, you know you're supposed to have these dudes take it up. So I'm trying to figure out how the he feel that I'm disrespecting him so much to where he gotta use some fake against a real. My name ain't nothing but good anywhere I go. Mexican mafia, white boys, because they was with me when I was doing my struggle. Anybody ever? Right.
So what's up, y'all? Wack putting some bullshit out there about the Gumby dude or whatever, and I see a lot of people saying, and again, join the discussion, everyone sub up, all that. It's all about hearing from the people, you know what I mean? But yo, I've seen a lot of people saying, man, you can tell that Wack is wild shook that Gumby's gonna gain some influence in No Jumper. He's gonna extort you, you know what I mean? And you could tell he's pressed and shook, right? He can't politic things his way. He ain't got no manipulation card to play, so he's just flat out hating. What do y'all think about that?
Never put those type of charges on this man or no other man.
Bro, what did you even say that Wack felt the need to speak out against so bad? Like, did you diss him in that clip or something? I don't feel like you did.
No, I didn't. I never said nothing. I just told you, up until this point, I thought me and him was smooth. And my always hate this thing. I got diss songs, all type of, because we already see the games you was playing with the neighborhoods and us. You gonna come all of a sudden, you get into it with them niggas, all of a sudden you gonna come hire somebody from over here. Right. You know, ain't nobody stupid up in the penitentiary just like you had.
Yo, that's peep it. Y'all remember that, right? Him and Big U fell out. Wack100's two main battery in the back toy soldiers that he had crashing out on the internet for him, right, were Loose Cannon, who came later. The first dude is who I'm about to reference, right? But Loose Cannon was number two. He crashed out. He's got a fat case. He's out here looking stupid. He definitely played into Big U's some of the stuff in the Rico. You know what I mean? And he brought him right to No Jumper to tell all them stories. And that was his man, 50 grand. He was always talking about me and 60s turfs, the 40 Glock. And me and Big U have the keys to each other's home. And yo, Big U's the realest. And the same thing he calls him a snitch about. He was going on Gilly and Wallow talking about what a revolutionary individual he is as a big homie in his community. You know, it's all what it is till it ain't for Wack, and then there's some whole other shit. But what do you guys think about that? Because the first battery in the back toy soldier was 600, and if you remember, he had 600 doing a lot of his dirty work going at Big U. And the fact of what 600 claims, right, the same section or whatever, was catching it like tactically, strategically to throw to smut up Big U. It was like a big deal for Wack. Same thing with Loose Cannon. You know what I mean? Like, Wack didn't even like neither of these dudes. Then he got Loose Cannon showing up to DJ Academics, telling him it's gonna be him. He sends Loose Cannon there to get the interview. He didn't even like this dude, right? He brings him No Jumper to help tell all these stories. It ends up in Big U's paperwork. Seems like some COINTELPRO shit to me. But he has 600 doing the same shit, right? I'm going at Big U. And what Gumby was just saying, as soon as him and Big U fell out, he signed Magnificent to try to stir up things that way. And one of the things that he had 600 saying at that time, 600 running around telling everyone, I'm a A&R talent scout at Cash Money West. Stop it. Yeah, just like you're a boxer. We seen how your last fight went, man. That shit was terrible, right? But you guys remember that 600 was like, yo, I'm getting calls from people saying that they see me with Wack, that something about Hoover stuff or something like that. You know what I mean? Like it was strategically done that way. And it's like a lot of these dudes, it's just interesting to hear the Gumby guys say that and all that. You know what I mean? And if you just peep the play, who Wack latches onto and who he tries to manipulate at who, like this dude be on some other shit, man. And I feel like him and Adam are going to clash behind this. You know what I mean? It might not be right away, but Wack is shook seeing Adam and him parlay and chop it up, and that the content that they're building, any kind of rapport at all, he hates that. He's like, that's my white boy. No jumper's mine. Remember, he told Hassan Campbell, I'm all in that building. But remember, he had 600 saying that, you know, trying to put that out there with Big U and create all these issues that could bleed over into the streets. You know, it's crazy.
Because he did that gesture for me, bro. I kept the homies impossible. Like, oh man, you know, I feel y'all, but you know, I'm thinking, well, he just don't with everybody, but me and him is good. But you just get at me like that, bro. Like, he don't even play with me, bro. Like, I'm not even nobody you even want to play with. He know this, bro. He can play all that, bro. See, I don't get my respect off of no money. I get my respect off of being every real nigga that's been around and pretty much vouch towards that. I went to show when I was 18 years old. Nobody said me, I ran, told, none of that. So I'm appalled at this here.
I think Wack,
because I'm not going to go back and forth with this dude.
I think his point was that he feels like you are going to try to extort me and somehow.
Listen, I ain't never coming with you with nothing but love and respect, though, once we had a conversation.
Right.
I want you to understand where the line is. Just like you know where the line that was so extra, you better know where the line at with me. Just like me better know where the line at with me.
For sure.
I ain't did nothing wrong to nobody, bro. And I'm just sitting here, I'm being attacked, bro. And the whole thing about I really can't even get in the streets like I want to because I can't really be talking on business like this. And everybody keep calling me like, bro, you need to stop because every real already know your story. This the they still in here. And I'm like, okay, where did it come from? It came from the AI news media, bro. Ain't no bro.
So he's saying that this, among a lot of other things, again, tapping everyone with your thoughts about all this. Like I said, this is not a good look for Wack100. You could tell he's in his feelings. But the Gumby is saying that this narrative that Wack was running with, right, come from some AI news media clip. Now, I'm not up on all that, but one thing that I will tell you when I tell you that Wack100 tries to manipulate things behind the scenes, there's bloggers out here that'll tell you this. You know what I mean? Like, Wack's got the gameplay, how he tries to flirt with people. People are just better off not rocking with him unless it's like serious business. Get your bag, push your line, and keep it moving. You know what I mean? Don't be compromised or fold in any way to the any of the flunkery he's on. But when he was pushing that, what I'm getting at is Gumby saying, yeah, he's running with some narrative that came from the AI news media, right? Back when he was pushing that fake narrative out there to go viral on the Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson podcast, that Mike Tyson and him got into it over Tupac disrespect. Y'all remember that? And he went as far, because there was that clip that came out where it was just like reenactment, some type of comedian dude dressed as a Mike Tyson lookalike, fake face tat and all, fake studio and all. It was in black and white. They had the boxing gloves hanging on the wall. Like, they mimicked everything to make it look like it was really a scrap between Mike Tyson and Wack over Wack disrespecting Tupac. It didn't ever happen. It was cap. I'm telling y'all, if I traced that clip back to like who originally posted it, and they said, yo, we don't know who exactly made this, but it came from Wack100. He put it out there to all the blogs and pushed that narrative. Now, don't get me wrong, that was like, it made the podcast go viral. People were gonna tune in anyways. But what I'm saying is, that is what it is. People got to push their line, go viral. But the bullshit that he's on with the disrespect and the trying to smut people in the, yo, that's my man, 50 grand until they're not. You know what I mean? Like the lies and bullshit that I don't know anything about what the Gumby dude's talking about. But if he's indeed is right that it is AI, that wouldn't surprise me one bit if Wack100 has something to do with the creation of that. You gotta watch that shit with a lot of these like individuals in the blogosphere, just like that rat ass rapper I was talking about earlier. He be trying. You can tell with different bloggers who they fuck with or not. And you know, don't get me wrong, people build rapport and relationships with people, but like some people try to just have people manipulate them to run fake narratives and do dirty work and put out lies on people or use people up or whatever. Like we see Loose Cannon looking like a dummy in jail because of all that bullshit for his little 15 minutes of fame, thinking like shit's gonna go fucking with Wack100. Like that's almost like, think about it, that was almost like First 48, right? When they're trying to crack the case and they're like, yo, if they lawyer up in here, we're fucked. Like we don't got what we need to get the conviction. You know what I'm saying? If he asks for the lawyer, that's it. And they get him in there and they get him talking, like, and they confess. He basically manipulated Loose Cannon, which Lou's a dumbass. I mean, that ain't hard to figure out. Like that's why they did so well together with all their lies, all the fake production he's talking about. He don't know what Nas song he produced and shit. You know what I mean? Like dude's just full of shit. But Wack pretty much got him to just go into, that was a police detective confession room on that podcast, man. So you just gotta watch for the flunkery, for the sucker plays and lies and shit like that, you know?
I'm just saying, this is the bitch y'all running with. And I'm trying not to get mad. I ain't no feel like Wack, but I don't need nobody to do nothing for me, bro. I wanted a gunshot to kill it, bro, about playing with me. I ain't no to be playing with in no streets like that. And my homies is like, bro, just kick back. It's all going, everybody know what it is. Just let it filter out. And that's what I've been doing. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't for all of this, bro. I ain't here to cause no destruction between me and the neighborhoods. These dumbasses don't know that my struggle in the penitentiary was against me and my homies. The neighborhood niggas, I got niggas I kill you about from neighborhood. Give me blood too. I'm the key to get all these, to calm all this bullshit down. Everybody love me, nigga. In real life.
Damn, so he said Wack. What do y'all think about that? That Wack is trying to, and that's crazy too. He tells Adam, which we do know Adam plays with the street shit in a crazy way. It's so wild what No Jumper has become over the years, from the underground rapper interviews to just the viral YouTubers and internet sensations and shit like that, to like now it's more gang-ish than anything. And he's like, it's just crazy. And you know, Adam does do that bullshit and Wack will get on him for it, but Wack does the same shit. I wouldn't be surprised if that's true. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta watch for the manipulators. Not just talking about Wack100 in life, man. You got someone around you that you can't trust for shit, that's always lying, that pit two people against each other, whatever. Cut those people up out your life, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't learn the hard way, or don't learn a lesson where someone shows you the bullshit they're on, but you keep fucking with them. You know what I mean? Don't be dumb like Loose Cannon.
You better call somebody and ask, so y'all make me mad, man.
Nah, facts. Yo, I forgot to ask you, what happened with you and Hunk?
Man, bro.
So y'all seen that right there. Adam's just like, shit, we gotta end this thing. You know what I mean? Like, I think at the same point, like, he sees what's brewing here. Wack100 tripping about him having any rapport with Gumby. Gumby's like, yo, I thought me and Wack was all right, even though everyone out my section hates him and he's been trying to play these funny style games. And, you know, he was all cool with Big U, and now he's trying to manipulate everyone against him and start issues in the street between different, you know, sections and shit like that. And he's just out here telling Adam, yo, he's trying to extort you. It's all an extortion play. when he was on video or audio, same audio where the, allegations against Nip about the video and him talking about Big U, he was saying on there, like, basically that he controls No Jumper. He holds heavily influence under Adam 22. Like, he's got Adam in his back pocket or some shit like that. Comment anyone if y'all remember exactly how he said it. But he's hating, you know what I mean? He must fear this Gumby individual, and I don't know, he don't like seeing Adam 22, that's my white boy. Pause. That's what Wack's trying to say. You know what I mean? He don't want him to build anything at No Jumper. It's crazy, man. And we see so much bullshit with No Jumper. Like, I'm about to end this video. Again, make sure to subscribe, hit the buttons and all that. This is a crazy situation. Like I said, Wack100, man. Everyone knows the bullshit he's on, the games that he playing. Don't get me wrong. Like, certain situations, like he like if he's on some righteous ish or whatever, I'll call it like that. Like that snitch ass rapper that I was talking about. The whole world seen Wack100 tell him, like, yo, man, be a father. Cut the bullshit out. You know what I'm saying? Like this ain't for you. Your name's all bad. You're looking goofy. You did tell. Stop with the you know what I mean? Stop lying to yourself. Wack was keeping it real with that dude, and it's so crazy. Like, yeah, man, I could go on and on about it all, you know? But, yeah, man, Wack's on some real funny style shit here, and I see tension and a storm brewing at No Jumper. You see, Adam started to think about it more and was like, man, let me get up off this. He already seen the way Wack was tripping. And I don't know, OG Gumby calling in. He says the shit come from the AI news media with Wack trying to smut him up. Like, this is crazy. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking is happening. Wack hating like a motherfucker on the Gumby individual. And yeah, that's gonna do it for this one. I said a whole lot. My coffee talks it up. I know sometimes I talk too much, but thank you for tuning in. Sub up, but more importantly, as always, join the discussion in the comments. It's about hearing from y'all, the people. It's coffee. I'm up out of here. Yo, cut the manipulators out about your life, y'all. Keep your head on a swivel. Be safe. And it's wild out here, man. Spiritual warfare. Don't lose your soul out here, man. Evil is lurking everywhere. It's coffee. I'm gone, y'all. Peace.